Hello everyone and welcome back to Real English Practice. I am Emma and today we are going to practice English listening for beginners. This lesson is for beginner and intermediate learners who want to understand English more clearly, more calmly, and more naturally. Maybe you can read English, but listening feels fast. Maybe you hear many sounds, but the words disappear. Maybe you understand your teacher, but real conversations feel difficult. Take a slow breath. Relax your shoulders. Today, we will train your ears step by step with simple listening habits. Listening is one of the most important skills in English. When you listen, your brain receives sounds, words, phrases, rhythm, stress, and meaning. At first, English may sound like one long sound. You may hear people speaking quickly, and you may think, I know this word, but I cannot catch it. This is normal. Listening is not only about knowing vocabulary. Listening is also about recognizing words when they are spoken. Written English and spoken English can feel different. That is why beginners need special listening practice. Let us begin with a simple truth. You do not need to understand every word to understand the message. Many learners stop listening because they miss one word. They think, I missed one word, so I understand nothing. But real listening is not like that. In your own language, you also miss small details sometimes, but you still understand the main idea. In English, focus first on the main idea. Ask yourself, what is this about? Is it about food, work, travel, family, school, health, or money? Main idea first, details later. A useful listening sentence is, I can understand the main idea. Say it slowly. I can understand the main idea. Another sentence is, I do not need every word. I need the message. This mindset helps you stay calm. Mindset means the way you think. If your mindset says, I must understand everything, you feel pressure. If your mindset says, I can catch the main idea first, you feel more relaxed. Relaxed listening is better than panic listening. Panic closes the ears. Calm practice opens them. Now let us talk about choosing the right audio. Many beginners choose content that is too hard. They listen to fast movies, fast interviews, or native speakers talking with slang. Then they feel bad. But the problem is not your intelligence. The problem is level. Choose audio that is understandable, but not too easy. You should understand some words and phrases. You should feel a little challenged, not completely lost. Good listening practice is like exercise. Too easy gives no growth. Too hard makes you quit. Choose the middle. A good beginner audio has clear pronunciation, short sentences, useful vocabulary, and natural speed that is not too fast. Podcasts for learners are helpful. Short stories are helpful. Simple conversations are helpful. Daily routine lessons are helpful. Do not start with long movies if they make you frustrated. Start with 3 minutes of clear English. Then repeat. Later, you can listen to harder English. Step by step, your ears become stronger. Now let us learn the 3-listen method. Listen 1. Just understand the main idea. Do not stop. Do not check every word. Listen and ask, what is the topic? Listen 2. Catch keywords. Keywords are important words that carry meaning. For example, if you hear airport, passport, ticket, gate, and flight, you know the topic is travel. Listen 3. Repeat useful phrases. Choose 1 or 2 sentences and say them aloud. This method turns listening into speaking practice too. Let us practice with an example. Imagine you hear, I usually wake up at 7, drink tea, and go to work by bus. The main idea is morning routine. The keywords are wake up, 7, tea, work, bus. A useful phrase is, I usually wake up at 7. You can repeat it and make your own sentence. I usually wake up at 6. I usually drink coffee. I usually go to work by car. Listening gives you material. Speaking makes it active. Now let us talk about keywords more deeply. Beginners often try to hear every small word. A, the, to, of, for, and in. These words are important, but they are often weak and fast in spoken English. At the beginning, focus on stronger words. Nouns, verbs, names, times, places, numbers, and feelings are usually easier to hear. For example, in the sentence, I need to buy some bread after work, the strong words are need, buy, bread, work. If you catch those, you understand a lot. Practice catching keywords while listening. After a short audio, write 5 words you heard. They do not need to be perfect. Maybe you write work, tired, meeting, tomorrow, help. Then guess the topic. Maybe the speaker is talking about a busy work day. This practice trains your ears to look for meaning. Later, you can listen again and catch more details. Listening is like looking at a picture. First, you see the big picture. Then you notice small details. Now, let us talk about connected speech. Connected speech means words join together when people speak. In writing, you see, what are you doing? In speaking, it may sound like, what you doing? You see, I am going to, but you hear I'm gonna in casual speech. You see, want to, but you may hear wanna. Beginners feel confused because the spoken sound is different from the written words. Do not worry. You will learn these patterns slowly. Start by noticing common ones. Some common connected phrases are, going to becomes gonna in casual speech. Want to becomes wanna. Got to can become gotta. Let me can sound like lemmy. Did you can sound like dija. These forms are common in casual listening, but you do not need to use all of them immediately. First, recognize them. If you hear, I want to learn English, understand it means, I want to learn English. Recognition is enough at first. Later, you can decide how casual you want to speak. Now, let us talk about speed. English may feel fast because learners translate while listening. The speaker says a sentence. Your brain tries to translate word by word. By the time you translate the first part, the speaker is already on the next sentence. This creates stress. To improve, train direct understanding. Start with simple phrases you do not need to translate. How are you? I am fine. I need help. I am tired. What time is it? Repeat these until they feel automatic. Automatic phrases are easier to hear quickly. You can build automatic listening with repeated phrases. Listen to one phrase many times. Could you repeat that, please? Could you repeat that, please? After many repetitions, your brain recognizes it as one sound group, not 5 separate words. This is powerful. Real listening often works through sound groups. Instead of hearing each word separately, you hear familiar chunks. The more chunks you know, the easier listening becomes. Now let us practice a beginner listening routine. First, choose a short audio, 1 to 3 minutes. Second, listen without reading. Third, write the main idea. Fourth, listen again and write 5 keywords. Fifth, listen with a transcript if you have one. Transcript means the written words of the audio. Sixth, repeat 3 useful sentences aloud. Seventh, listen one final time without reading. This routine is simple and effective. It trains understanding, vocabulary, pronunciation, and confidence. If you do not have a transcript, that is okay. You can still practice. Listen, pause, and repeat what you can. Maybe you only catch 2 words. That is still practice. Say, I heard work and tomorrow. Maybe the speaker talked about work tomorrow. Listen again. Add 1 more word. Meeting. Now you understand more. Listening improves through layers. Layer 1 is main idea. Layer 2 is keywords. Layer 3 is details. Layer 4 is exact sentences. Do not demand layer 4 on the first listen. Now, let us talk about listening and repeating. Some learners listen silently for a long time, but they never repeat. Repeating helps your ears because your mouth learns the sounds too. When you repeat a sentence, you notice sounds you missed. You notice weak words. You notice rhythm. For example, say, I have to go now. In fast speech, have to may sound like have to. If you repeat it, you begin to understand it when others say it. Speaking and listening help each other. A helpful exercise is listen, pause, repeat, check. Listen to a sentence, pause the audio, repeat the sentence. Then listen again and check. Did you say the same words? Did you miss a word? Did you say it too slowly? This is not about perfection. It is about training. Do this with 5 sentences each day. 5 clear sentences are better than 30 confusing minutes. Quality matters. Quality means how good the practice is, not only how long it is. Now let us talk about using subtitles. Subtitles can help, but use them wisely. If you always read subtitles, your eyes do the work, not your ears. A good method is this. First, listen without subtitles. Try to understand the main idea. Second, listen with subtitles and check. Third, listen again without subtitles. This way, subtitles become a tool, not a crutch. A crutch is something you depend on too much. Use subtitles to support your ears, not replace them. Now let us talk about common listening problems. Problem 1. I know the word but I do not hear it. This happens because spoken pronunciation is fast or connected. Solution. Repeat short audio many times. Problem 2. I understand the first sentence, then get lost. Solution. Pause after each sentence and summarize. Problem 3. I forget everything after listening. Solution. Write 3 keywords immediately. Problem 4. I feel tired quickly. Solution. Use shorter audio and take breaks. Listening stamina grows slowly. Stamina means the ability to continue without getting tired. Listening stamina is important. At first, 5 minutes may feel hard. Later, 10 minutes becomes easy, then 15, then 30. Do not force yourself to listen for 1 hour if your brain is tired after 10 minutes. Short regular listening is better than long painful listening. You want your brain to think, English listening is possible. If practice always feels painful, you may avoid it. Make it challenging, but kind. Now let us practice listening to daily topics. Daily topics are easier because you already know the situation. Morning routine, food, shopping, work, school, family, travel, health, weather, and feelings are good topics for beginners. If the topic is familiar, your brain can guess better. Guessing is part of listening. When you hear, I ordered soup and coffee, your brain knows the place may be a restaurant. Context helps. Context means the situation around the words. Use context before listening. Look at the title. Look at the picture. Ask, what words might I hear? If the topic is airport, you may hear passport, ticket, luggage, gate, flight, boarding, security. If the topic is restaurant, you may hear menu, order, water, bill, table, food. This preparation makes listening easier. You are giving your brain a map before the audio begins. A map helps you know where you are. Now let us talk about dictation. Dictation means you listen and write what you hear. This is useful, but do it with very short sentences. Do not try to write a full long audio. Start with 1 sentence. Listen. I need to study tonight. Pause. Write what you hear. Listen again. Check. Dictation trains your ear for exact words. It also shows the difference between what you think you hear and what was actually said. Use dictation for 2 or 3 sentences a day. Another useful exercise is minimal listening. Minimal means very small. Choose 2 similar words like ship and sheep, live and leave, bad and bed, sit and seat. Listen and notice the difference. Do not worry if it is hard. Some sounds take time. Practice with examples. I live here. Please leave now. This is a ship. I see a sheep. Pronunciation listening helps you understand words more accurately. Accurate means correct and clear. Now imagine a learner named Daniel. Daniel can read English stories, but listening is difficult for him. When he listens to a podcast, he understands only a few words. He feels frustrated and says, "My listening is terrible." One day, he changes his method. Instead of listening to a long, hard video, he chooses a short beginner lesson. It is only 2 minutes. First, he listens for the main idea. He understands that the topic is shopping. That is enough for Listen 1. On Listen 2, Daniel writes keywords. He hears shop, price, card, receipt, and thank you. On Listen 3, he repeats useful phrases. How much is this? Can I pay by card? Could I get a receipt, please? Suddenly, listening feels more useful. He is not trying to catch every word. He is catching meaning, keywords, and phrases. After 1 week, Daniel feels more confident. He understands that listening practice needs a method, not just more time. After 1 month, Daniel has a daily listening routine. Every morning, he listens to one short lesson. He writes the main idea. He writes 5 keywords. He repeats 3 sentences. At night, he listens again while walking in his room. He notices that some phrases feel familiar now. When he hears, "Could you repeat that, please?" he understands immediately. His ears are becoming trained. He still does not understand everything, but he understands more than before. That is progress. You can practice like Daniel. Choose one short audio today. Listen without pressure. Write the topic. Listen again and write 5 words. Choose one sentence and repeat it 5 times. Then make your own sentence from it. If the audio says, "I am going to work," say, "I am going to school. I am going to the shop. I am going to practice English." This changes listening into speaking. It makes the lesson personal. Now let us build your listening sentence bank. I can understand the main idea. I do not need every word. I listen for key words. I can listen again. I can pause and repeat. I can use subtitles wisely. I can practice with short audio. My ears are getting stronger. I am training my listening little by little. I understand more than before. These sentences help your mindset. Repeat them before listening. A calm mind listens better. Now let us do final listening practice questions. Answer aloud after you hear them in your mind. What is your biggest listening problem? Do people speak too fast? Do you miss small words? Do you need subtitles? What topic is easiest for you to understand? What topic is difficult? How many minutes can you listen every day? What sentence can you repeat after listening? Pause when you need time. You can answer simply, "My biggest problem is speed. I can listen for 10 minutes every day. I can repeat 3 useful sentences." One more important idea is review. If you listen once and never return, you may forget quickly. Review old audio. The second time is easier. The third time is even easier. Some learners think repeating the same audio is boring, but repetition builds listening strength. When you listen again, you notice things you missed before. You hear small words. You hear pronunciation. You hear rhythm. Repeated listening is not going backward. It is going deeper. You can use a weekly listening plan. On Monday, listen to a morning routine lesson. On Tuesday, listen to a shopping conversation. On Wednesday, listen to a restaurant conversation. On Thursday, listen to a work conversation. On Friday, listen to a travel lesson. On Saturday, review all key words. On Sunday, listen again to your favorite audio and repeat sentences aloud. This weekly plan gives variety and review. Variety keeps practice interesting. Review makes learning stronger. If you feel discouraged, remember that listening improves quietly. You may not notice progress every day. Then one day, you understand a sentence without translating. You catch a phrase in a video. You understand a question faster. These small moments are signs of growth. Celebrate them. Say, "I heard that. I understood that. My listening is improving." Confidence grows when you notice progress. Do not only notice what you miss, notice what you catch. Another practice is listening while doing simple actions. You can listen while making tea, cleaning your room, walking slowly, or preparing breakfast. Do not choose dangerous moments, and do not choose moments that need full attention. Choose easy moments. Let the English play once in the background, then play it again and focus on one phrase. For example, hear the phrase, "I am ready." Say it with your own life. I am ready to study. I am ready to listen. I am ready to practice. This makes listening active. Active listening means your ears are not sleeping. They are searching, noticing, and connecting. A few minutes of active listening every day can change your confidence. You begin to trust your ears. You begin to recognize sounds faster. You begin to feel that spoken English is not a wall. It is a path you can follow with patience and hope. Before we finish, remember this. English listening for beginners should be simple, calm, and regular. Choose short, clear audio. Listen for the main idea first. Catch keywords. Use subtitles wisely. Repeat useful phrases. Practice with daily topics. Use transcripts when possible. Try short dictation. Review old audio. Do not panic when you miss words. Thank you for listening to Real English Practice. I am Emma, and I am proud of you for practicing today. Keep listening, keep repeating, and keep training your ears with patience. Your English listening is growing, one clear word, one useful phrase, and one calm practice at a time.